Now, goddamn.
Your review, I'm gonna react to why Saweetie flop.
Saweetie 2K first week.
That's crazy. I want to talk about this recent story surrounding Saweetie. Saweetie recently dropped a new project and it reportedly sold 2,000 copies first week. Before we get to that, I think a lot of y'all are familiar.
Damn, bro. That's a flop. I ain't gonna lie.
With Saweetie,
She did bad.
right? Diamante Quava, Valentine Harper, that's her real name. That was a tongue twister indeed. Also known as Saweetie is a 29-year-old rapper out of the Bay, bruh. You know what I mean? Shout out to the Bay, bruh. Now, I did call Saweetie a rapper, but honestly, I've always labeled Saweetie as a social media influencer who happens to rap on the side. Initially, she did start off as a rapper. That's how she got her first big break in the industry. She dropped that Icy Girl record that started catching a lot of heat. That's a really good song, by the way. I like that one. But that's how she got her first big break in the industry. Sometime later, we did see Saweetie, over time transitioning from just a rapper to more of an influencer. Saweetie had a lot of connections prior to her even seeing the light of day in the business.
The first song I discovered was the song I heard of Saweetie was Good Good. That's the only to be honest with you, that's the only song I like of her, bro. Good Good. I ain't gonna lie. That was a fire song, I ain't gonna lie.
As an example,
Apparently, MC Hammer is Saweetie's uncle. That's crazy. Also, something else about Saweetie, a lot of people did find out about her as a result of her dating Quavo. She was also at one point dating Diddy's son, and this other guy, he's an actor, Keith Powers. Apparently the bitches love him. Saweetie has, to me at least, always came across as one of those rappers who simply used rap as a means to an end. Obviously, rapping isn't, really where Saweetie excels. Where she does excel, though, is those horrible food combinations she be making. Alright, so she...
The fuck? Ramen with Cheetos? Nah. That's bad, bro. That's mad dirt, I ain't gonna lie.
about to show us how to make
some ramen. Okay, that's for pasta. What are you doing, sweetie? Wait,
Nobody
what is she about
showed
to do?
me this,
No,
okay, so
you're not.
don't tell
No,
nobody.
sweetie, no, you can't do
This
that. Sweetie's brand, despite the fact that she initially got
That's just mad disgusting, I ain't gonna lie. That's wild disgusting. That's wild dirty. I ain't gonna lie.
that shit popping
as a rapper has never been all about just rap. She got so many other things she does outside of it. We did see her get that McDonald's meal. That's a bag right there. Personally, I would never dare to eat anything Sweetie's been a part of cooking up because you just never know. Your stomach might just get a fucking hole inside of it from all the strange concoctions. As for these album sales, she dropped that little EP recently titled The Single Life. The sales for this project, it's been reported that it sold approximately 2,000 copies in first week sales. Now, these numbers have actually not been verified to be 100% true, but based off these streams that you're seeing on the screen right now, we could probably assume that these numbers are fairly accurate. Also, and we're going to get to this in a second, Saweetie, who responded to the internet clowning her for the sales, she actually hasn't denied these sales at all, which essentially every single artist would do in a situation like this. I mean, if your project, okay, your music severely underperforms and everybody's clowning you for these alleged album sales, as an artist, you're obviously going to deny the sales, right? Which Mrs. Mixed Ramen with Cheetos, goddammit, hasn't done. Don't get hospitalized like Lausanne, Sweetie. Now, Sweetie responded to these album sales on Twitter, and this is what she said. Hey, Parade, I must be that bitch. And a little kissy emoji. On this other tweet, she said, I make music for pretty bitches. Shit, even the bad bitches aren't checking for this one. Come on now, Sweetie.
Yeah, but it don't matter. That shit still flop. Not every pretty, girls and the bad ones listen to that shit. Not every baddie or pretty girls listen to your music, bro.
Let's get real. She ended her tweet by saying,
And if you can't relate, I understand. Atlanta producer Sonny Digital decided to chime in on these album sales. His tweet ended up going semi-viral. A lot of people actually criticize him for what he said, which I think is crazy, but we'll get to that. This is what Sonny Digital said. 13 million followers, hundreds of thousands of likes on all pictures, but album sold less than 2,000 copies? That's crazy. The math ain't adding up. On this other tweet, he said, if I had millions of followers and my album sold 2K, I would probably just delete all my social media accounts and put a bullet in my head. I'm just kidding, I didn't say that. I would just delete all my social media because y'all lying to me. Sunny Digital got a lot of backlash for this tweet, which I think is crazy because, you know, is the man lying? Come on, let's be logical and let's not be so emotional. Is he lying? By the way, I think the source of this opinion is very valid since Sunny Digital is a valid name in the culture. He's one of the most prominent producers who's came out of Atlanta in the last couple years, so this is not someone who's just talking out of their ass. But these numbers that Saweetie ended up doing don't really surprise me. I mean, come on. Obviously, I have no bone to pick with Saweetie. Just stay far away from my damn food, Saweetie. But, you know, I have no bone to pick with Saweetie. But I gotta say this, and bless Saweetie's heart, and I mean it. Saweetie's just not that good of an artist, man. She's very beautiful. She's intelligent. She's business savvy.
She is beautiful. She's very beautiful. I ain't gonna lie. She's beautiful. The only song I like I said, was Good Good. I think that's a fire song.
As far as making music,
I don't really think it's her strongest suit. Clearly her followers agree with that because Saweetie does have over 13 million followers on Instagram alone. On Twitter she got 2.2 million followers, but she reportedly sold 2,000 copies first week. It's not my first song. Sweetie, dear me, Sweetie, but I was kind of drunk. Dear me, Sweetie, listen to me, Sweetie. Bless your heart, you sold 2K first week. 2K, Sweetie. 2K, Sweetie, you sold 2.
Damn, why you whispering, bro? You good? Why you whispering?
first week. Bless your heart, you sold 2K. So me doing ASMR aside, you know, I think these numbers, right, it proves that there's obviously a huge disconnect, and I think it goes without saying. The majority of people who follow her aren't tuning in to Saweetie for the music. The majority of people, I'm just going to say a lot of people who follow Saweetie on social media are there because, you know, she has a very pleasant face and body to look at. Pretty privilege, if you will. Tons of, especially upcoming female rappers who benefit from that. Big Glow not being one of them. She can actually spit harder than some of these rap niggas are actually. I think we all know this, but followers does not equate to sales. And here's the thing, the more followers you as an artist have who follow you for a reason that is in the music, the higher the likelihood that there's going to be a disconnect when you eventually release music. If out of your 15-something million followers, this small of a percentage of those people are actually supporting, there's a big gap right there, and the question is why? Well, for Saweetie, it's kind of obvious. She's a pretty face, that's why people follow her. Those people who follow her, a big percentage of them being a bunch of horny young guys. They don't give a damn about the Single Life EP. They're trying to see some ass. Don't mind my tone. Of course, I'm being a little facetious here, you know, but that's honestly what it comes down to. This is the equivalent of a male rapper clout chasing his way through the industry and carrying out a bunch of antics just to sell 2K. In a scenario like that male rapper's followers are following him because he's an entertaining clown, a dancing monkey who's gonna jump up and down for a little bit of attention. Now, Saweetie isn't jumping up and down and being a dancing monkey. By the way, dancing monkey is a term that's used to describe someone who acts foolishly for the entertainment of others. So, no racial connotation. Don't even try to make it something that it's not. Moving the fuck on. She's just capitalizing on her beauty as a young woman, and that I can't really hate on, because if I was a bad bitch, I'd be capitalizing on that shit too. You only live once, that's about an YOLO. I mean, I'm just saying, if I was a woman and I was a bad bitch and I could capitalize on the fact that I'm a bad bitch and make a big bag out of you dumb niggas, I'd be capitalizing on that shit is what I'm saying, right? Also, I want to say this, please, okay, and please, let's stop saying things like,
how come when Saweetie underperforms with her album, there's a bunch of men on the internet clowning Saweetie? They're misogynists. Like, how come we don't say anything about these male rappers who underperform?
honey, you got a big storm coming and Blackie's about to bring the damn storm to you. Excuse me, miss, like that Chris Brown song, I don't know your name, but excuse me, miss, I saw you from across the room and I gotta inform you about a little something, just in case you've been living under a rock, which clearly, if you say something like that, you have, right? Have you not paid attention to how hard we've been going on the Baby, 6ix9ine, Smoke Perp, and all these other male rappers for the last couple of years? We've literally been dragging them through the mud, put them in a damn trunk, and dump their bodies, figuratively speaking, in a lake somewhere to rot and decay. Have you not paid attention or what? Making fun of Saweetie's low album sales is not misogynistic, so please, can we stop overusing that term, because otherwise, no one is going to listen to y'all when you call out the actual misogyny. You get what I'm saying? Comprende, estúpido, piensa antes de hablar. One thing I realized about these low album sales that a lot of artists are seeing these days is the fact that the industry really is just not what it's cut out to be. Everybody's so focused on the packaging, you know? What's on the outside? Does it have a fancy wrapping on it? Does that wrapping look fancy, clean, and neat? And then we completely disregard what the actual package contains. You know, what's actually inside that bit. what is the content inside that thing? These days I'm realizing that a lot of artists are very focused on making the package look fancy on the outside because they want the outside to give the perception that the inside is more valuable than it actually is. And then eventually when we open it up, it's emptier than a baby concert. Work on a product, aka the music. Make sure that the music is the focal point of everything you're doing. I mean, when we think about some of the most successful artists in the music industry, the artists who are worth hundreds of millions of dollars, they all have one thing in common. The foundation that they're standing on is built, supported, and maintained by the music, not all this other shit out here. For Saweetie, clearly, she's not in it to be the best artist that she can be. The music is a means to an end for Saweetie. But if you're trying to do the opposite of what she's doing, keep these lessons in mind because I think that's one of the most important things as it relates to this conversation. Anyway, like this video because why not? Don't be stingy.
Okay, that's the vid, bro. So yeah, what y'all think about Saweetie, bro? Like I said, she's cute. I ain't gonna lie, she's cute, but her music is not valid. The only music that's valid of her is Good Good. That's the only song I like. But yeah, bro, that's about it, bro. Her album flopped. She did 2K. That's bad, bro. But yeah, bro, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Y'all know the vibes. You ain't get your chicken, now you are.